Gold is a chemical element with the chemical symbol Au from Latin aurum and atomic number 79. In its pure form, it is a bright, slightly orange yellow, dense, soft, malleable, and ductile metal. Hello, friends, welcome back to the channel. Know more about gold metal, its structure, composition, solubility, and much more. Before moving ahead, like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Chemically, gold is a transition metal, a group 11 element, and one of the noble metal. It is one of the least reactive chemical elements, being the second lowest in the reactivity series. It is solid under standard conditions. Gold often occurs in a free elemental as nuggets or grains, native or state, in rocks, veins, and alluvial deposit. It occurs in a solid solution series with the native element silver, as in electrum, naturally alloyed with other metals like copper and palladium, and mineral inclusions such as within pyrite. Less commonly, it occurs in minerals as gold compound, often with tellurium, gold tellurides. Gold is resistant to most acids, though it does dissolve in aqua regia, a mixture of nitric acid and hydrochloric acid (HCl), forming a soluble tetrachloroaurate anion. Gold is insoluble in nitric acid alone, which dissolves silver and base metals, a property long used to refine gold and confirm the presence of gold in metallic substances, giving rise to the term acid test. Gold dissolves in alkaline solutions of cyanide, which are used in mining and electroplating. Gold also dissolves in mercury, forming amalgam alloys, and as the gold act simply as a solute that is not a chemical reaction. A relatively rare element, gold is a precious metal that has been used for coinage, jewelry, and other work of art throughout recorded history. In the past, a gold standard was often implemented as a monetary policy. Gold coins ceased to be minted as a circulating currency in the 1930s, and the world gold standard was abandoned for a fiat currency system after the Nixon shock measures of 1971. In 2023, the world's largest gold producer was China, followed by Russia and Australia. As of 2020, the total of around 2 lakh 1,296 tons of gold exist above ground. This is equal to a cube with each side measuring roughly 21.7 meter, that is 71 feet. The world's consumption of new gold produced is about 50% in jewelry, 40% in investment, and 10% in industry. Gold's high malleability, ductility, resistance to corrosion, and most other chemical reactions, as well as conductivity of electricity, had held to its continued use in corrosion resistant electrical connectors in all types of computerized devices. Its chief industrial use. Gold is also used in infrared shielding, the production of colored glass, gold lifting, and tooth restoration. Because the earth was molten when it was formed, almost all of the gold present in the earth probably sank into planetary core. Therefore, as hypothesized is one model, most of the gold is the earth crust and mantle is through to have been delivered to Earth by asteroid impact during the late heavy bombardment about 4 billion years ago. Gold, which is reachable by human, has in one case been associated with a particular asteroid impact. The asteroid that formed Beridifort impact structure 2.20 billion years ago is often credited with seeding the Witwatersrand Basin in South Africa with the richest gold deposit on earth. However, this scenario is now questioned. The gold bearing Witwatersrand rocks were laid down between 700 and 950 million years before the Vredefort impact. These gold bearing rocks had furthermore been covered by a thick layer of Venter drop lavas and the Transvaal supergroup of rocks before the meteor struck, and thus the gold did not actually arrive in the asteroid or meteorite. With the Vredefort impact achieved, however, was to distort the Witwatersrand Basin in such a way that the gold bearing rocks were brought to the present erosion surface in Johannesburg on the Witwatersrand just inside the rim of the original 300 km, that is 190 miles diameter crater caused by the meteor strike. The discovery of the deposit in 1886 launched the Witwatersrand gold rush. Some 22% of all the gold that is ascended to exist today on earth has been extracted from these Witwatersrand rocks. Because of the softness of pure 24 karat gold, it is usually alloyed with other metal for use in jewelry, altering its hardness and ductility, melting point, color, and other properties. Alloys with lower carat rating, typically 22 carat, 18 carat, 14 carat, or 10 carat, contain higher percentage of copper, silver, palladium, or other based metal in alloy. Nickel is toxic and is released from nickel. White gold is controlled by legislation in Europe. Palladium gold alloys are most expensive than those using nickel. High carat white gold alloys are most resistant to corrosion than are either pure silver or sterling silver. The Japanese craft of Mokume gain exploit the color contrast between laminated colored gold alloys to produce decorative wood grains effect. By 2014, the gold jewelry industry was escalating despite a dip in gold prices. Demand in the first quarter of 2014 pushed turnover to $23.7 billion according to the World Gold Council report. Gold solder is used for joining the component of gold jewelry by high temperature hard soldering or brazing. If the work is to be hallmarking quality, the gold solder alloy must match the fineness of the work and allow formulas are manufactured to color match yellow and white gold. Gold solder is usually made in at least 3 melting point ranges referred to as easy, medium or hard. By using the hard high melting point solder first followed by solders with progressively lower melting point, goldsmith can assemble complex items with several separate soldered joints. Gold can also be made into thread and used in embroidery. Since the 1880s, South Africa has been source of the large proportions of the world's gold supply, and about 22% of the gold presently accounted is from South Africa. Production in 1970s accounted for 79% of the world supply, about 1480 tons. In 2007, China with 276 tons overtook South Africa as the world's largest gold producer, the first time since 1905 that South Africa has not been the largest. In 2023, China was the world leading global mining country, followed in order by Russia, Australia, Canada, the United States, and Ghana. The city of Johannesburg, located in South Africa, was founded as the result of Witwatersrand gold rush, which resulted in the discovery of some of the largest natural gold deposit in recorded history. The gold fields are confined to the northern and the northwestern edge of the Witwatersrand Basin, which is a 5 to 7 kilometer thick layer of Archean rock located in most places, deep under the Free State, Gauteng, and surrounding provinces. These Witwatersrand rocks are exposed at the surface of the Witwatersrand in and around Johannesburg, but also in isolated patches to the southeast and the southwest of Johannesburg, as well as in the arc around the Vredefort Dome, which lie close to the center of the Witwatersrand Basin. From these surface exposures, the basin dips extensively, requiring some of the mining to occur at depth of nearly 4000 meters, making them, especially the Subuka and the Tautoma mines to the southwest of Johannesburg, the deepest mines on earth. The gold is found only in 6 areas where Archean rivers from the north and the northwest formed extensively braided river deltas before draining into the Witwatersrand Sea, where the rest of the Witwatersrand sediment were deposited. The Second Boer War of 1899 to 1900 war between the British Empire and the Afrikaner Boers was at least partly over the rights of miners and possessions of the gold wealth in South Africa.